I had a lot going against me. My dad was dying. He had a few months to live. There was so much against me. And here I was, but I knew I couldn't not move forward. And so I moved forward with the grace of God, of course. And I began to get affirmation after affirmation, each step I took. And so, like I said, I just told my cousin was it, and I said, I can't explain it, but there's this fire in my heart that burns for Jesus. And it's becoming the light that shows me the way. Those were the words that I said to her.
That's beautiful.
And I couldn't explain it to everybody, but I was able with her. And I moved into the discernment house. I took the step to actually live with the sisters. And I was there, and I'll try to make this story short. The provincial superior from Rome was coming to Chardon, Ohio, and our superior general. And they were like, well, Kelly, you're in discernment. You're going to get to meet the superior general. This is huge. And I'm like, wow, okay, that's great. And so we go there, and all this hype about this Sister Sujita. She's from India, and she's, And I remember walking into the room, and I'm standing at the threshold of the door, and I look in, and I see this beautiful woman in a sari, and people were all around, in a line, around the tables, to the back, and I was like stuck in that moment. And I looked at her, and then all of a sudden I look, and she's going like this. So I'm like, like this, and she went, and then I'm like, oh no, And this Sister Kathleen Glavich was standing next to me. She's like, Kelly, the Superior General is calling you. You need to go. And I'm like, stuck. And she's like, kind of escorting me. And so I started walking toward her. And as I got closer, I feel like this was yesterday, I stood before her, and she took both my hands. And she looks me in the eyes, like a penetrating look. And she's like, who's this? And I'm like, my name's Kelly. I said, I'm in discernment. And she had both my hands. And she looked in my eyes with this look of love. It was so penetrating. It was like in that moment, it was just the two of us in the room. And she dropped my hands quickly. And she took her hands like this, and she went forward and hit me right on my chest, like right in my heart. I'm not kidding you. And I was like, and she said, let the fire in your heart burn for Jesus. And I remember standing there, I had this like the Spirit right through me. And I remember thinking, how did she know? I only told Connie that. How did she know? She's from from India. And she just looked at me, and it was like this total connection. And I remember walking away from that experience, and I thought, well, I don't know what just happened. But I come back to that because there was a major affirmation in a lot of turmoil and desolation and, during the summer, and finally saying, I need to move forward because I can't not move forward. And then I got that beautiful affirmation and then we met 3 more times after that. But, God is full of surprises. And when we trust in what God's asking of us and take the step, God continually, in his gracious love, gives back.
And affirms.
And affirms, right?